Alright, hello, and welcome back. Today we're going to do something just a little bit differently. I might pull cards at the very end, I might not, who knows, but this is a little bit more of an informational video for you. So as we go through our day-to-day lives, we all have particular things that happen to us that kind of take us out of the present moment. And it can be thoughts of the past that take us to the past that make us feel not so great about the choices we've made back there, but it's the past. It happens. Or it kind of pulls us out of the present moment and it makes us worried about the future. People in office jobs, it comes to mind, you've got a meeting, you've got an email, you've got a project, something that needs to be done, and you start to freak out about it because it's starting to come at you. Relax. I've got tools and things that I use. I use these personally. They do help me. They may work for you, they may not. It is for you to try if you wish. If it resonates for you, then please, by all means, use these methods. But it is to help alleviate some of that anxiety and or some of the depression that comes from us stepping out of the present moment. So before I continue, I do want to say that I am not a medical professional. I am not here to replace any form of medical profession that you may have. If you have anxiety, if you have depression, I do implore you to seek medical attention if that is what you feel as though you need to do. Please do not use me as a form of treatment for this type of thing. Like I said, these are just tools. These are just things that you can enact. I'm not saying that they're fail-proof. I just want you to kind of know that. So if you do need medical attention, I do implore you to get medical attention, okay? Okay. So I'm going to give you 2 techniques to step back into the here and now, and then we'll move on to affirmations, because affirmations kind of take it one step further into bringing you back into the present moment. So technique 1, I'm going to talk you through it and then I'll kind of give examples, but it has to do with your 5 senses. So it has to do with what you see, what you touch, what you feel, what you hear, what you smell, and what you taste. These 5 things, the 5 senses, help bring you back into your current body. This technique is for people who maybe are dealing with things at home or dealing with things when they're by themselves, like they can get up and move around like me. It's easy for me to get up and find the 5 things to see and the 4 things to feel and the 3 things to hear. You know, it's kind of easy because I'm in my own space. If you're at a job, if you're at an office, if you're in a factory, some place that doesn't allow you to do this technique, don't worry, I've got another technique for you, and I'll probably put a bookmark somewhere down there. It'll take you to the breathing technique. So, but those of you who do have the time, that do have the ability to kind of get up, walk around, kind of search for these objects and these things, I kind of implore you to use this one, because it does go a few steps further than the breathing technique. So, while I'm sitting here, I'm just going to kind of go through the examples. 5 things that I can see right now. I can see my phone that I'm recording. I can see the candles, the cards. I've got a giant, lovely little selenite crystal ball here that I can see. Like, the seeing is pretty easy. The seeing is pretty easy. The 4 things that you can feel or touch. Walk around. What do the pages of a book feel like? Do you have any animals around? What do those feel like? Like I said, I've got a crystal ball here that I can do kind of pick up and I touch. Another thing that you can do is put your hands in water. What does the water feel like? So those are just some examples of the feeling and the touch. 3 things you can hear, obviously, if you were at home. Listen to the sounds around you, what's going on outside. If you're in a factory, you know, it's kind of loud in there, but what are the different sounds that you can hear? And like I said, if you're in a factory, if you're at a job, please be mindful of this technique. Please do not hurt yourself. I do not recommend you use this technique if you are in the middle of your job. I recommend the other technique. It's the breathing technique. But 3 things you can hear. Two things you can smell. If you're outside, you might be able to smell the bakery that's from down the street, or you might be able to smell the trees, the flowers, the grass, because I know people are mowing at this time of year. So it's just two things you can smell. And then the last one is kind of a tricky one. It's something you can taste. If you've got a piece of gum, I recommend it. If you've, not because you've got bad breath, I recommend it. What does the gum taste like? Or a mint, or a water. I know that drinks are also another way to taste something. If at all and all be all, you can kind of taste the air. I know that with the moisture in the air, sometimes that you kind of feel or taste the moisture in the air before it rains. Is there any moisture in the air? What does that taste like to you? If all in all, please, I don't know why this is coming to my brain, but if you're outside, don't eat the grass. Please don't do that. I just flew right through my brain. Please. I mean, if you want to eat the grass, if you want to eat the dandelions, believe it or not, dandelions are actually really kind of good for you, but I'm not telling you to go outside and start eating grass, okay? Please don't do that. But this 5 senses technique kind of puts you back in your own body by using your own senses. By using what you see and feel and hear and smell and taste. This puts you back in your own body. Now, moving on to technique 2, because as you know, technique 1 is kind of a handful. It's kind of like, okay, I gotta go find this to be able to see it and feel it, and now I gotta hear for this. It's a lot. And let's say you are at work and you don't have time to do these things. The next technique that I want to give you is a breathing technique, and it's really simple. So what it is it's the 4-count breathing. The 4-count breathing is you inhale through the nose for 4 seconds. After that 4 seconds, you hold for 4 seconds. And then after those 4 seconds are done, you exhale through the mouth for 4 seconds or more. And you want to do that 3, 4, 5 different times, because what that does is it actually switches your body over, and it helps regulate your breathing. It helps your brain click over of, oh, okay, you are manually breathing. You are putting yourself into your body. And it helps, like I said, regulate your breathing, but it also helps click your body out of that fight, flight, fawn, or freeze. These are some techniques that happen, or some things that happen when we get anxious. Pretty self-explanatory. We either freeze up or we fly away. Fawning is kind of like, oh my god, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And the fight, obviously, is where you fight back. So it kind of takes you out of these things, and those have to do with the anxiety and with the depression of the things that are coming at you. They're not really positive feelings. They don't really feel very good, especially when they happen to me. Mine, unfortunately, is the freeze or flight. I know, shocker. But I either freeze up like really quickly and it's just like, ugh! Or I'm like, oh hell no, no. And so taking this breathing technique will actually help click your body out of that. So, like I said, technique 2 is way more simpler than technique 1, and it is up to you to kind of use those techniques accordingly. Like I said, if you're by yourself, I do recommend technique 1. If you're at a job or doing something that's requiring you to be busy, I recommend the breathing technique, because it doesn't take you out of what you're doing. It actually just kind of allows you to pause, take a moment, and breathe for yourself. So these techniques bring you back into the current moment. As you're breathing, as you're finding your 5 things that you can see and the 4 things that you can feel, I want you to then go to your brain. This is where we take this all a step further. So, affirmations. Affirmations is also a wonderful way to help you start from the present moment and move in the direction that you want to go. So, as you're breathing, as you are kind of trying to center yourself, and all of these thoughts are trying to come into you, those thoughts are important. Your self-talk, your self-monologue, your thoughts, the things that go through your brain that you may not speak aloud, those things are important. Because you live your entire life, your entire human existence, inside the perception of your mind. And if you have things that don't feel so good, things that are like, you can't do it, you don't deserve this, eventually these things start to kind of stick in your brain and you start to believe them. And that will bring down your vibration. And even if it's not about you and it's about other people, if you're talking about other people like, oh my God, they don't deserve that, or they don't need that, or what have you, even if you don't say those things aloud, you still hear them. You as an individual, you still hear those nasty thoughts, and your body can't separate the two of them. Your body thinks that you were talking about you because you are living your life. And I know that sounds a little strange, but, let's say I don't deserve this. Whatever this is, I don't deserve this. Okay, that's a negative vibration. You don't deserve this. That's still a negative vibration, because it's you going out of your way, out of your perception, your here and now, to dictate what somebody else does or doesn't deserve. It's a low vibration. Why not mind your own P's and Q's? But that's the point. So you need to mind your own P's and Q's. You need to mind your own inner monologue and your own thoughts, because that ultimately affects your vibration and how you move forward as an individual. So as you're doing the breathing techniques and as you're trying to close out the anxiety and the things that don't feel so good, I want to give you some affirmations, some things that help kind of flip the script. So the basic ones is, I can't do this. I don't deserve this. I can't do this. Just kind of the negative statements, the negative blanket statements you give yourself, you can tweak them. And it's very simple. So let's say you feel as though you don't deserve good things. Okay, change the don't to a do. I do deserve good things, and leave it at that. These affirmations don't have to be very complicated. They can be very blanket statements. I do deserve good things. I will accept good things coming into my life. I am manifesting good things. These are things that will ultimately change, rewire what's going on inside of you. And it's going to take some time. You're not going to see overnight results. For people who kind of come and go from the affirmations, you might see immediate results. You may feel, for instance, you've done it for a week at a time, then you kind of stop. And then you kind of pick it up a few days later. You will feel that change. But mainly it's around the 1 month mark where you kind of look back and you're like, wow. This rewiring, this centering of what I'm doing really did put you back in the present moment, and it did help you rewire your brain. So, like I said, they can be simple blanket statements. They don't have to be anything that's super complicated. It doesn't have to be in detail. Again, they can be blanket statements. And they normally start, everyone is different, with I can, I am, I do, I pray, I manifest. These are positive words that are making room for the things that come in. Because if you say I can't, you're automatically closing that door. If you say you can, you're leaving the door open for good things to come in. So when you work with the affirmations, they're going to be different for every person in their life. And how you use them is completely up to you. Everyone is going to be different. But a few ways to kind of incorporate them into your day-to-day, put them into your daily routine. Me, I use affirmations while I'm standing in my shower. I'm not going to lie to you, as I'm getting clean, as I'm washing my hair, washing my body, getting ready for my day, cleaning off the yuckiness and all of that extra energy from yesterday, I remind myself I do deserve good things. I do deserve to be happy. I deserve the good things that I give out to the world. I have a problem with me being an empath receiving good things. That is my focus as an individual. I do deserve the good things that come back to me. simple. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a little bit more than a blanket statement, but it's still simple. Like I said, I'd use them in my shower. You don't have to do that. You can do it as you're brushing your teeth, looking in the mirror, brushing away. You can use sticky notes and leave them everywhere in your car, on the coffee pot. And this is a wonderful way for people at work to also have affirmations. Put sticky notes everywhere. Put them on your computer screen. Put them in a book or a binder or something that you're going to see periodically throughout the day. Hell, even your phone. I know that there have been times where I have used my phone for affirmations, I'm not going to lie. And every time I click that screen on, there's the affirmation. When you see these affirmations, it would be wise to kind of repeat them either out loud or in your brain, because that's the whole point of the affirmation. The whole point of the affirmation is to help you rewire the things that don't feel so good and turn them into things that feel a lot better. So, like I said, sticky notes, journaling. Journaling is another wonderful way. I know that sometimes people don't have time to journal. That's okay. That's kind of where I'm giving you all of these different things. Putting them in your car, you can put them in the visor. You can kind of put them on the dash. Please don't put them on your windshield. That's a driving hazard. Want you to be safe. But put them where you're going to see them periodically throughout the day. And even if it is just in your bathroom, on the bathroom mirror, I mean, you go to the bathroom at least once or twice throughout the day. I mean, especially if you wash your hands, you're going to do that more times than not. In your kitchen, whatever is going to work best for you. So, like I was saying, you're going to want to repeat some of these periodically throughout the day. Once is enough. Once is enough. I'm here to tell you that if you just do it in your shower, I'm going to tell you right now, I normally do it just once. And it's normally when I get in the shower. If I remember before I go to bed, I'll repeat my affirmations and then I will go to bed. But 9 times out of 10, I normally do it when I'm starting my day. Because it helps raise that vibration. It helps me remember that, hey, this is where I want to be, not down here. So you are going to want to repeat them. Over time, it will help rewire your brain. Like I said, you won't see immediate results. For those of you who come and go from this, you might. But for those of you just starting out, the first few days, you might be like, why am I doing this? This is ridiculous. And then as the weeks kind of go on, you'll start to feel that internal change. And you will start to realize that you monitor your thoughts as you're going through your day. And if you see something doesn't feel so good, grab it. Snatch it out of your brain. Dissect it. Be like, why is this here? What are you doing? How can I make this better in the present moment? I don't. You do. I can't. You can. Take these thoughts that you have, along with the affirmations and along with the breathing, and put them together. And it will help you rewire the things that don't feel so good. The trick, I'm going to give you a little secret here on the trick. Because the trick is actually what is really important with this. So, obviously, you can go through and say, I do deserve good things. I could sit here in front of the camera and be like, I do deserve good things. I do deserve good things. I do deserve good things. And that is step 1 of the affirmations is, yes, understanding that you do deserve good things. Step 2 is feeling that you deserve these good things. We all know how manifestation works. And if you don't, I'm going to kind of give you a lovely little trick to the trade here. If you are trying to manifest a particular type of energy, it's not enough to say these things, but you have to take it another step further and actually feel. You have to feel these things. So, with me, using my example, I do deserve good things. Okay? That's step 1. I've worked on my breathing. I've pulled myself back into the here and now. I'm not worried about what's going to come at me because I know that it's going to be good. Okay? I believe that it's going to be good. That's the kicker. I am feeling in my body that I'm believing that everything that's going to come at me is good. And that is the next step. You have to feel as though you already have this manifestation, this affirmation, this positive feeling that you were trying to manifest. You have to feel it. The best way to word it is a river dam Why not? I don't know why it's coming to my brain. Okay, so you know how a dam is kind of like right in the middle, and you know how one water level is really low and one water level is really high, okay? And if that dam were to disappear, all of that higher water would pour into the other one, right? Right. Well, before they let the barges and things pass, this water level rises. And yes, this one does kind of lower because obviously it's how gravity works, but as this water rises, it is putting itself on that vibrational level so the boats can actually come through. That is what needs to be done. You have to feel the vibration and allow that positivity to come into your life without the physical manifestation of what it is that you are asking. I feel like I sound like Abraham Hicks right now. I'm not going to lie to you. But you have to feel that vibration, that energy before it comes in, because that is how you attract it. That is the secret. In order to attract the positive, you have to feel and be that positive vibration, at least a matching vibration of that energy. That is the kicker. That is the trick. So, as you put all of this together, and we're going to go through kind of a recap here. As you put all of this together with the here and now, with the 5 senses technique and the breathing technique, that will put you in the present moment. That alleviates the, oh my God, what is this going to happen? How is this going to happen? Or, I should have made better choices. It's going to put you back in the present moment. Then in that present moment, what are your thoughts doing? What are your thoughts saying? Are they positive? Are they negative? Are they neutral? And if you can't make something go from a negative to a positive, make it go from a negative to a neutral. Because it's no longer negative at that point. It's neutral. It's not helping or hurting, but that's still a step up from it being a negative vibration. So, as you are watching your thoughts being in the present moment, again, snatch them bad boys out of your brain. You are in charge. Why are you here? Why is this negative? Why do I feel this way? And then change it. Change it. Make it yours. Make it positive. But feel that positive vibration as you let it go. Because that will attract that vibration into your life. So, like I said, you won't see immediate results. For those of you who come and go, you might. But you won't see it in 2 days, 3 days. In a week, you might. In 2 weeks, definitely. In 3 weeks to a month, you will definitely feel this sort of change because you are actively being in the present moment. And not only are you working on your vibration, but you're working on your manifestation and where you want to go from this point forward. That is the point of these tools. The point of these tools and techniques is to pull you out of the past and out of the future and put you in the present moment. That way you can determine where you want to go with your vibration and with your life. So, as you're doing this, you may notice something else. A domino effect. As you start to become happy, other people around you might become happy. Positive vibrations in this manner do domino effect. So, and the example I used and the example I heard is you've got 2 rooms, right? You've got one room of people upset or angry and they're just in a low vibration, and you're going to walk into that room. What are you ultimately going to feel? That not so bright and bubbly, and eventually you're just going to be like, ugh, with the rest of them. Let's say you walk into a different room. Everyone's happy, everyone's laughing, everyone's having a great time. What ultimately is going to happen to your vibration? You're going to feel the same. The same works in this instance. The more that you omit that positive and wonderful vibration, the more it will rub off on others. And that is also pretty fucking cool, especially if you are working on yourself and being able to help other people with that positivity and with that light. That's pretty awesome. So don't think that just because you are doing this for yourself, it won't have any impact on others, because it will. It will not only have an impact on your life and you, but everyone else around you. So keep these things in mind as you are moving forward throughout your day-to-day, and use these tools. Like I said, the 5 senses technique are for people with a little bit more downtime. The breathing technique, the 4-count breathing, those are for people who are a little bit more busy. And hopefully I gave you ideas and tools to help rewire those not so pretty thoughts in your brain. Okay? Okay. I think I am going to pull a few cards. I want to know if I'm missing anything. Does the tarot have anything for me, for them, before I let them go? This was a lot of energy, I'm not going to lie to you. I really did enjoy this, by the way. This was wonderful. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, Page of Swords, 9 of Wands. Absolutely. And I love how this Page of Swords is looking right at this 3 of Cups. I love how he's looking right at that energy. He understands that he needs to do this. He understands that, yeah, one project is finished, but it could always be better. There could always be more that comes in. And this Page of Swords is looking right at this 3 of Cups. And I love this. I love that even though he is moving forward, he understands that from that point forward, healing is happening. You understand that from this point forward, your healing starts inside of you. And that is why I wanted to give you these tools to be able to move forward. So, guys, I really, really hope this helped. I really hope this kind of covered the information, the odds and ends and everything that you kind of need to know to bring you back into the present moment, into the here and now. We will work more on affirmations and manifesting. We will work more on that, but I do want to touch base on grounding before we work on to manifestation. This was just more of a centering technique to pull you away from the things that weren't so pretty. So, but this is what I have for you guys. I really, really hope this helped. Feedback is always welcome. Please put your comments in the comments below. If you feel as though you want to reach out to me personally, you can do so on TikTok. I believe there is a Facebook link somewhere, either here or on TikTok. And you can always go over there and reach out to me personally there as well. So, thank you all very much for joining me today. Thank you for coming to my lovely little TED Talk. And I will see you all on Monday. Bye, guys.